Hey, Lauren Hughes here, coming to you from Boulder. Let's talk post-closing occupancy agreements. Who likes them? Bueller? Anybody? I hate post-closing occupancy agreements, and I will tell you why. It's the liability. Most things I do, it all comes down to liability and reducing your liability. And as your agent, either it's on the sell side or buy side, my job is always to reduce my client's liability. And what's making me concerned right now in the industry, in the Colorado real estate market in particular, are the abundance of post-closing occupancy agreements, which basically means you sell the house, the seller stays in the home for an indeterminate amount of time, usually up to 60 days post-closing. My issue with it is there's not a lot of incentive for that seller to actually perform after closing. Money has already exchanged hands. Realtors, I'm going to go with 90% check out after they get their check. They don't care anymore. So if there's an issue, even though you have an agreement, I will never leave my client after a post-closing occupancy agreement because it's still my fiduciary obligation to protect my clients, which I think a lot of realtors, I don't know what's going on with that. Who knows? But my issue with the post-closing occupancy agreement is the liability. And right now we're seeing it's a seller's market. It's a strong seller's market. And for whatever reason, when people are in a power position, they tend to take liberties that they wouldn't normally take. And that's what I'm seeing as a whole with these post-closing occupancies. Sellers, they're leaving their houses not trash, but they're not clean. They're leaving personal property behind and they're like, well, you wanted the house, see ya, which I do not think is right. And so anytime we can avoid a post-closing occupancy, I'm almost always going to advise on that. And we haven't even touched on if there's a tenant involved, because then that's a whole nother can of worms with evictions and not a lot of fun stuff on the horizon. So thanks guys for tuning in.